Well, guess what? I babbled so much on part 1. We are on to part 2. Hopefully it's only 2 parts, but I got a feeling I'm going to babble on and it'll be more than 2 parts. I don't know that they're all going to go up today, but I'll put them up during the week if I go on too long. My next question is from Vicky, Vidare57, and she wants to know, does your family like you making videos? Do they notice your weight loss? And how have you brightened your wardrobe? Well, as you can see, I have a pretty bright shirt on. My family loves that I do videos. They really do. They pretend like they don't want to be in it. Like Danny the other day when he was saying, you know, my dad was a turkey connoisseur from A Christmas Story. I says, oh, let me get you on camera. And he said, no, don't do that. And I go, no. He says, okay, let me get my shirt ready. So, I mean, they like doing them. You know, and I think it's nice that they can look back on it. I like that I can label the video playlist. So, like, if they ever want to go back, they can see, like, the birthday ones. And they don't have to go through all my videos to see that. They don't notice it, like, on a all the time seeing me kind of a basis. But when I was doing the weight loss video with Weight Watchers with Carrie, and I had to dig up pictures and stuff, and I was digging out the pictures, and I had them all on the table, and then I was trying to figure out which ones I was going to use. They were looking at them, and then they'd look at me, and then they'd look at the picture, and they go, you know, I really don't remember you being that big. I really don't. But in the same sense, when they see me in something new, they go, oh, you look nice. You've lost some more weight. You look good. So, I mean, they're very supportive. They really are. And as far as my wardrobe goes, I am starting to wear brighter clothes. If you watch my videos from last year, you see I wore a lot of dark sweatshirts. Not so much this year. Brightened up. I'm still not small enough to wear as bright colors as I wear, but you know what? I don't really care. I feel good in them. I feel brighter. I feel younger. I do think I look a little bit younger, although the thinner I get, I see more wrinkles. But you know what? I'd rather have the wrinkles and be healthy than to look like, you know, whatever. They don't bother me. I really don't look at myself. It was always a joke that I always looked at myself in the morning when I brushed my hair, and I never saw myself again the rest of the day until the very next day. Now I see myself because I'm doing videos, but I really see beyond that. I don't really see myself, if that makes any sense. Connie Batani wants to know, have you always been a reader? Yes. I couldn't wait when I was little to go to the library to get my first library card. It had my name on it, Sandra Manning. I just loved it. It had a little card, and then you'd go to the library and you'd show them the card, and they'd stamp your book, and then they'd put the little thing in the pocket, and you'd walk out carrying the book. It'd be your precious treasure. The days when you had library and you could go to the library and pick out your book. You go to the Dewey Decimal System and find your book that you wanted to go find. Sit down in a chair in the library and just read your book in the quiet. I've loved every bit of it. And I've read so many books, and I'll go read them again. I really will. I have a bookshelf in here, and I have a bookshelf in my guest bedroom. I have books stacked up in my bedroom. I have books in the living room. I know I should get one big massive bookcase, but and then I donate a lot of books to the library. When I buy a new book, a brand new book, a lot of times, after I've read it, I'll donate it to the library, unless it's a favorite book, and then I'll keep it because I want to read it again. And like I said, I have books in every room, because no matter what room I'm in, I'm going to pick up a book and start reading it. I don't want to have to go hunt for a book. I'll just pick it up and I'll look at the title. And as soon as I start reading it, then I'll refresh my memory, and then I'll remember where I was left off at. S. Webb wants to know, does water help with your weight loss, and how much do you drink? I really do think that water helps me. I get up in the morning, and with my medications, I take a 16-ounce glass of water, and I drink the whole glass of water with my medicine. And then I have a 34-ounce Weight Watchers cup, which I fill up. And after I go for my walk, when I come back, I drink it. But in the winter, I just sit down and drink it before I eat. When I show you my videos and I show you my glass of water, I do drink that water with my meal. And I do drink water in between my meals. And then I drink water at night when I'm watching TV. And then I get up all night going to the bathroom. But I don't mind, because I was going to get up anyhow. I'm old. That's what you do. And I probably drink, at a minimum, let's see, 16, so I drink 50 before I've even had breakfast, and then I drink another 36. I would think I drink at least 90 ounces of water a day, if not more. And I have a hard time when I travel, because I don't like bottled water. And so I don't drink as much water, and I really feel the difference in my body. Susan Pritchard wants to know, what was your most memorable Christmas gift? Jim is an excellent Christmas giver. My kids always get me what I want. I have so many people that know exactly what I need. All of you guys too, when you send me gifts. It's like perfect gifts. So it's kind of hard to pick up a memorable one. But I would have to say my most memorable Christmas gift was my worst Christmas gift ever. And it was memorable. I do remember it. Jim and I, I've told you in the past, we're terrible with money, the two of us. You know, usually when you're married, you have one person that's good with money. Not so much for Jim and I. Nah, we're not. So anyway, we were married, and Jimmy was just little. He was probably 2, it might have been 3. I think it was 3. I think it was his 3rd Christmas when he was really into Santa. And we didn't have a lot of money. And we'd already extended ourselves beyond, so we couldn't use credit cards because we were like way bad, way bad. And so we only had $10 each to spend on each other because we spent all of our money on buying Santa gifts for, well, we didn't buy Santa gifts. Santa brought Santa gifts. But we brought for each other. Jim and I had $10 to spend. And even back then, you know, you weren't going to get much for $10. So because I was a stay-at-home mom, and when Jim went to work, I would take in ironing, because back then people ironed. And I would do ironing for people, and my mother would watch Jimmy, or Jim's mother would watch Jimmy, and I would clean people's houses to get some extra money. And so I bought Jim this really nice leather coat, because he wanted a leather coat. And I spent a lot of money on that leather coat. I think I spent almost $100. And so when it came Christmas, I was so happy. I couldn't wait, because I really thought that Jim was going to do something similar to that. And when he opened the gift and he looked at it, and back then pleather was really popular, which was like, it's supposed to be leather, but it really wasn't leather. And that's what he thought it was, because we only had $10 to spend. And so he says, oh, nice coat. And then he kind of threw it aside. His mother had a fit. He said, like, because she knew everything I did to get it. And she said, do you know how much she spent for that coat? You know, like went into him. And then I opened up my gift, and that back then 8-tracks were very popular. And so he had bought me an 8-track for $8.99 of his favorite country artist, because he thought I might like it too. It was something we could share. I was pissed. It's like, you didn't even get me a gift, you got us a gift. So that was my most memorable gift. And ever since then, because I made such an impression that was such a crappy gift, I've never gotten a bad gift from Jim ever again. Whether for my birthday, for Valentine's Day, any kind of a holiday, anniversary, I always get a good gift. I guess I should have put that tantrum in the first year of marriage. No. But anyway, Sully4675 wants to know when Jim's going to retire. Jim did retire he was a sprinkler fitter for fire protection in 2005. He was 56 years old. I told him he was too young to retire. He kept insisting that he was old enough. One of the reasons he wanted to retire too was his father had just passed a couple years before that. His father had Alzheimer's, and his father died, he was 71, I think. And he was always looking forward to his retirement, and then he didn't really get to enjoy it because he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's when he was 65. And it was bad. So I think Jim was always afraid that was going to happen. And I kept telling him, you're going to get bored, you're going to get bored. And he said, no, I'm not going to get bored. I'm going to like retirement. I said, well, you know, you really should work a little bit longer. I mean, I know it wasn't, I was working at the time too, though. But I said, you know, we just need a little bit more money in your pension and your 401k. We just need a little bit more money in there. And he said, no, he was ready to retire. So he retired in November 1st, 2005. And then I retired in July of 2012. And then in September of 2012, oh my gosh, I'm just connecting the dots. Jim went back to work. But he works, a substitute custodian for the school district around here, and they just call him. So he just works on a need-to basis. He works in the summer, like a regular schedule days, where they clean the school and wax the floor, you know, do all the stuff in the summer where they get ready for the year. So he does work like Monday through Friday from 6 in the morning till 3. But now I'm connecting the dots. I think my not working kind of connected there when he left. But anyway, he loves to work, so. And it's nice for him because if he doesn't want to work, he just says he doesn't want to go in. Valerie Reese wants to know, do I have any vacation plans? I was just watching her live video today, and I see that she's planning a cruise next July. I have to figure out a way. I'm losing weight, Valerie. I think I'm going to be able to fit in your luggage next year. I can squish you all up, and then you can roll me on. But anyway, we're going in July. We're renting a cottage on the water. Not right on the water because that would be wet, but a beachfront property in Lexington, Michigan. We're going to go there for a week. And then when I come back, the very next day I'm leaving to go to Minnesota, to Duluth. I'm going to spend a week there in July. I'm going to spend, I think it's, when are we going? I think we're going the 14th through the 21st. And then in September I'm going to Ottawa for my cousin's son's wedding. And in November is my 50th class reunion. So I got big plans. I got to get thinner because I have big plans. Katrina Young says, how many sizes have you gone down? My biggest pair of jeans, which are huge, were a size 32. Or were they a 34? I think they were like 32, 34, you know, like you get that little dash. And right now I'm in a 22, but the other day I was in the store and I tried on a 20 and I fit in them. But I didn't buy them because I want to skip the 20s and go into the 18s. So that's my plan. Roxy De Mornay wants to know, do you like shopping for smaller clothes? I really haven't started shopping yet. I am having a hard time picking up the smaller clothes, I'll be honest with you. I'm still going to the big girl department and picking up the 2Xs and coming into the fitting room and trying them on and then realizing they're too big. Even with my jeans, I told you when I bought these jeans, I bought a 24 and everybody that saw them kept saying, you need to go smaller, you need to, and I went back and I did fit in the 22. So I still picture myself as that huge person. I don't picture myself as thinner or smaller. I just don't see it. I see it in my face. I see it like in my shoulders, but like from here down, I still have a ways to go. But I'm getting smaller. I got to get around it psychologically. And Mary Vitra wants to know, what does Jim eat for dinner? Jim's a meat and potato guy. No vegetables. You have meat, potatoes, and bread, and milk, and dessert. So he likes wild game. He's a big wild game eater. He likes chicken, but dark meat chicken. He'll eat a pork chop, but he's not a big fan of a pork chop. He likes meatloaf, obviously hamburgers. He'll eat turkey, but dark meat turkey. But, you know, we very rarely, if Jim makes a meatloaf, then I make the scalloped potatoes. That's just, because Jim was a cook in the Army, and he was a short order cook before we were married, before he went in the Army. And so he was a good cook. But he's a picky eater. He says he's not, but he is. I could have a meal with just vegetables and salad, like, and that would, he'd say, what are you doing? You know, I might as well go eat the grass outside. But it's hard to make a meal for the both of us. He'll eat spaghetti too, then I think about it. But he's not a big fan of sloppy joes, and I like sloppy joes. But obviously, he likes something because he's a big guy too. So, all right, guess what? The end of part 2. I was really thinking I was only going to do like one short video. Who am I kidding? I know who I am. You know who I am. We know this is who I am. Well, stay tuned. Part 3 coming up.